Okay. And then hopefully everyone will get hop on at some point. I think Emily's coming on as well. But she's camping out in the backyard with her kids. So I'm not sure how much she'll be coming on. Okay, so thanks guys for coming. I'm so excited that this is our first little training thing. What we're going to talk about tonight is, and actually in 3 parts, is how to get bookings. So when Home Office came to Pittsburgh, and I think all the other cities that he did, Tammy, I think they may have done this with you guys, I don't know, but they gave us this exact training. So, and they lovely people that they are, gave us a big honking script to share with you guys. So wanted to go over this. It's kind of lengthy, so I broke it up into 3 chunks. That way we aren't, on here for 2 hours. So I'm going to get started. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Susan Crease, and I've been a director with 31 for about 4.5 years now. Emily Marsley is my sponsor, and our team consists of me and then Tammy Rosenfeld, who is, I'm pointing as if you can point it, Tammy, who's one of my directors, and then there are, I think after her and I, there's 31 ladies on our combined team. So it's pretty exciting. So I would ask you all to introduce yourself, but that might be a little crazy. So, but what we're going to do is I'm going to, hey, look, hi, hey, girlfriend. Okay, so again, this is all learning for me, so I apologize if this is totally not professional quality here. Okay, so I'm going to have, they gave us slides, so here we go. See if this works. Uh-oh. Okay. Whoops. Hold on there. All right. Do you guys see building your house? Can you give me a thumbs up? Do you guys see that? All right, great. At least I know that's working. Okay. So the title of the training is Building Your House. And if you can see, although it might be hard on your phones, if you're joining on the phone, there's different layers to building your house. If you look over, I'm pointing, but you can't really see. What's that thing? Hold on. I'm learning these little tools. Watch this. I learned this. Hold on. Watch this. So if you look at the house, oh, wait, this didn't work. Hold on. Oh, well. Where was that thing? I had this all cool and figured out. Oh, well. So anyway, down here in the corner, it says how to book. And that's where we start. And those are the blueprints of building your house. You have to have a good, solid blueprint, an exact plan of how to build a house. And then as we'll talk later, the foundation of the house is the party, and then springing off its book, sell, recruit, and then it kind of at the top, it's your business. So we're going to kind of just start at the blueprints tonight and kind of go from there. So let's see, I get to turn my slides. Did it work? Uh-oh. Oh no. Uh-oh. Work. Is that it? Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, so tonight this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to do basically break it down to how to get bookings. So who do you know, having conversations and responding to yes or no when you're asking. And then next week, I'll give you a little highlight. Why is this not working again? Come on, man. Oh, that didn't work. Next week, we'll talk about the party. So you're having a party mindset, 3 I's to book and recruit in the beginning, middle, and end of your party. So that way you guys, and then the 3rd week, I was thinking more be like question and answer and just kind of brainstorming and following up with what we're talking about. Okay, so first section is who do you know? And like I said, I'm going to be reading from a script, sort of. So one of the great things about 31 is being in a sisterhood, and when you're asked to share, it's important that you're honest with yourself and your struggles and your strengths to help everybody. So as we talk about this tonight, and if you're like, oh my gosh, I'm really horrible at bookings, I have nothing to share, that's okay. You can share, like, please share. If you're sitting here thinking, I don't need to hear any of this, this is a piece of cake for me, we want to hear from you too. And don't forget to unmute yourself when you want to share. So let's just get honest about bookings. So who of you among us, which now I can't see all of you because I'm sharing the screen, who on here feels like they have trouble booking? I think someone just came in. Anybody have trouble booking? Anybody? I gotta fix this again. I see Melissa's hand raised. I can't see. Why can't I see everybody? Oh, okay. All right. Can you hear Danielle? Danielle's making a face like she can't hear. I got what you're doing. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, sorry, I'm trying to learn how to do it. Okay. Now, does anybody on here, and you can unmute yourself, if you're just joining now, which I think someone just popped on and I can't see, you can go ahead and mute yourself so we don't hear you talking. But does anybody on here feel like they are really strong at booking that they might want to share? I'm going to stop share for this. Anybody? Anybody? No? No good bookers? Tammy Rosenfeld, I know you got something. Tammy, I'm looking at you. Unmute yourself.
I had to hit the right button. I'm sorry. I was too busy.
We're all learning. We're all learning.
Behind my head.
They are foreign. Tammy, do you have any? Because Tammy is one of our crazy rock stars. So, Tammy, do you have any like quick tips for the ladies? Like,
okay.
Help you.
Okay, so don't ask me that this summer. I've been too busy to do really well with parties this summer. But normally, and this is how my fall is looking, I like to have at least 4 parties on my calendar for the month, and then Facebook parties on top of that, because that helps me get to the goals I want. That might seem like a lot to some of you, or not very much to some of you. But for me, get those. I try to get bookings at the party. Can you hear me okay? You look confused for a second. Okay, good. Okay. So I like getting bookings like I had a party this afternoon, and one of the girls that was there, because she got a little clip of what's coming in September, said, oh, maybe I will have a party. So I'll get a booking from her. I also, anytime people say they want something but can't afford it, I immediately say, well, this is why you can have a party, because then you can get your stuff for free or half price or whatever. I think it's just always making sure people know that you are that person. You're the 31 person, because sometimes people will come and just seek you out if they know that you're that person. So if you have kids in school, make sure all the moms know who you are. If you're at another workplace, make sure all your coworkers know who you are. If it's, the people at church know I'm the 31 person. The people in different groups know I'm the 31 person. Whatever it is, like, make sure you have your name out there, and then they know to be able to come to you. And really, I think for some of you that might be newer and you're still trying to get into the whole party part of it, like maybe you've had some orders for Facebook parties, but really trying to get into the home parties, it just takes that one good party to get you going. Because when I joined 4 years ago, I had a really good party to get me going, and that got more bookings, and then another one, and that got more bookings. And I think it just snowballs, and it's really about consistency, because the moment we shut down, what are we laughing at? Is the cat? I just see you laughing, Susan. I can't hear you laughing, but I see you laughing. I'm like, what is it? Is there something in my nose?
No, I was cracking up at Danielle's face.
Okay, good.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm crying now.
It's like a totally new way to listen.
And I kept on singing. Stop it, and then sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I'm laughing.
Okay.
I thought it was the cat because she keeps running behind me. I thought she went past me. But my whole thing was consistency, ladies, consistency, because the moment you kind of shut down for a couple months, it's really hard to keep going again. I know that from experience. So I don't know if any of that helped. That's where I'm at right now. So.
That's awesome. Thank you. Sorry, I totally ADD. Okay. So everybody go ahead and mute yourself, but make sure you're muted so that you can hear. That way it cuts out background noise. Okay, Holly, can you mute yourself? Oh, there you go. Okay, good. Because then it's a lot of feedback on my end. Okay, so yes, so whether you are a brand new consultant or you have been around for a while, like Tammy and I have been, booking is something that we all have to do. So we're gonna pull out an old trusty friend, right? Does anybody know? I'm gonna pull out. Let's see. Oh wait, shoot, where'd my screen go? Oh no. Hold on one second. Oh, there it is. Learning. Okay. So our trusty friend is, so we have the Franks list. And Franks, for those of you who are newer, stands for friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kid connections, spouse connections. Okay. Again, if you're taking notes, friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kid connections, and spouse connections. When you join 31, we always ask that you kind of come up with this list of 62. Those are your Franks. And like Elise and I just had this conversation the other night. So those are kind of the people that you're going to go to when you first launch that business. And, you know, those are people who are going to say, hey, I just joined. Do you want to book a party? Do you want to do a fundraiser? All those questions. And then what you're going to want to do is with that list of 62 is get the heck out of that list of 62 as soon as possible. Because what's going to happen is if you keep sitting in that list of 62, it's just going to get dried out and those people are going to say, like, leave me alone. So the sooner you can get out of that Franks bubble, the better. I will say honestly from personal experience, in my 4.5 years, the people that were on my Franks list when I joined, I don't even think I even, besides like my sister and my sister-in-law who don't even purchase from me that often, I don't really ever go to them. I have kind of a new Franks list. So that keeps expanding the more. And like Tammy said, it only takes one party to kind of snowball you out. And then you start meeting all of these new people and then they know people and then they, you know, so it just kind of spiderwebs out all from just one party. So now if you're like me and you've been around for a little while and you're like, okay, I've exhausted my Franks list. I have no one to ask for bookings, which I know that's kind of a struggle for most of us. We need to kind of reevaluate that Franks list. And so here on my screen, I have, they've updated our Who Do You Know list. And it's on TOT. And what you're going to want to do now with this fancy schmancy list here is you're going to cross-pollinate it. So, and some of you on our team, Crease, have heard me talk about this because this kind of blew my mind from training. So cross-pollinating your Franks list, okay? So you're gonna go back to your Franks list, whether it's your brand spanking new or you've been around the block for a while, and you're gonna want to start dissecting those people. So I'm gonna give you an example. For instance, let's say I have a friend named Sally, okay? She's one of my best friends. Okay, and I ask Sally to party all the time. And at this point, it's like, okay, Sally's probably like, oh, I don't want to host another party right now. But if you take Sally and like dissect, poor girl, dissect her and say, oh, wait a minute, well, Sally's sister is pregnant and she's going to have a baby soon. I wonder if Sally's sister, who I don't really know too well, I've seen her at a couple parties, wonder if she would want to do a baby registry. And then you call your friend Sally up and you're saying, oh my gosh, hey Sally, what's up? So your sister-in-law Janie's having a baby, right? Would you mind if I called her and said that you referred me to her to maybe do a baby shower registry, or to see what I'm saying? So you're gonna kind of look at each person, say it's a girl that you work with, and that her mother-in-law, I don't know, is in a quilting group, and so you're like, oh, I wonder if her mother-in-law would like to do one, because oh my goodness, who needs a large utility tote? Quilters, right? So you see where I'm going? Like, you just kind of go with it and kind of basically dissect each person. You're going to cross-pollinate like the bees do. Yeah, so like I said, so as you start doing that, you're going to start getting away from that inner circle or that exhausted Frank's list that you had in the past. So I'm going to make sure I don't lose my train of thought here. So, and I've already lost myself on this. This is why I have notes. So yeah, so cross-pollinate. Now, can someone, now if you're going to do it, you have to unmute yourself or we won't hear you. Does anybody want to share? Hold on one second. We're back. Okay. Oh, I see Amy Proper, but she's not there. Oh, hey, Amy. What up, girl? Okay, so we are talking about cross-pollinating. Now, does anybody want to give an example from their own personal Frank's list? Amy, just think of a person. It could be an imaginary person. You can hear someone that you know or dissect it for us. Show us how you do it. Hey, Amy.
Yes.
Can you mute yourself?
No.
Please. And
Yeah, sorry.
The noise cuts down. Okay. Unless you want to share, then you can share. Does anybody want to give an example, please? Bueller. Even fake it. Fake a cross-pollination for me. Make me happy. Anybody? I won't know if they're real or not. You can fake it.
Okay, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Hang on. I don't want you to think we're not thinking.
Real or not. You can lie.
Okay, so instead, like my hostess today, this is the second time she's partied for me. She had a party last April, so a year and a half ago, kind of. And then today, both times $1,200 parties. So I love partying with her. Her sister used to be my neighbor. She's had a party. She has great parties. Their mom has yet to have a party. So instead of asking her or her sister again to party, I feel like I can talk to her mom because her mom always places big orders. I know her mom well enough to know that she likes getting the products. And they're also going on a cruise soon. So I know that she'll want more products for their cruise. So I could branch out to her. And there were also other family members there that I didn't know as well that I can look through and say, oh, well, that sister-in-law, I don't know her well, but I know she was eyeing this product, but she couldn't afford it at the time. I could just tell by her conversation. So I think she should be my next one to party with as well. Does that help? Where'd everybody go? I can't hear sound. Hang on. Susan, did you mute yourself?
I got it.
Okay.
Sorry. But no, you totally could have faked that. We would have no idea. But it sounded good. Yeah, so that's exactly what you're going to do. So that's one of your assignments, right? Because you're getting assignments. So if you haven't done it already, because I made my girls do that a little bit, but you can do it again because now it's a new season. So time to start doing your Frank's list again. So I want you to do some cross-pollinating of your Frank's list, okay? At least you're brand new, so you don't have to pollinate so much. So that's one way to do it, your Frank's list. Okay, next thing is you're gonna want to find your past hostesses and customers, okay? There's our fearless leader down in the corner, I think, at least on my screen, I don't know. Okay, we are talking, Emily, about, we're gonna get ready to talk about finding your past hostesses on TOT. So, perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna try to figure out how to do this again. Okay. So basically the next, I just want to show you guys real quick, especially for people who are newer, and honestly, I didn't know how to do this either myself. So if you want to go search your contacts on TOT, 31today.com. Okay, let me share this for you. Oops. Hold on. Share screen. Okay. So if you go to your contacts, and I totally didn't even know this, you go to your contacts, and then here in this little search box, you click on it, it'll give you customers, non-party customers, party hosts, party guests, blah, blah, blah. So you can go ahead, if you want to look at all your past hostesses and contact them again to say, hey, it's been a year since you posted, and we have large utility totes on sale and the inserts that you keep bugging me about. Well, don't say that. But so you can search them that way, and they'll all be listed on your page. And another tool to use, which I am horrible at using it, which one of my goals this year is to be more intentional with it, is our email activity report. How many of you use the email activity report? Just give me a thumbs up. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so hold on one second. Oh wait. Sorry, I'm trying to, there we go. Sure. All right, I like to see everybody's faces. So yeah, email activity report, Elise. This is something gonna be new for you, right? So every time that people are entered into your system and they get those monthly newsletters like what you get from me, Home Office slyly tracks it and lets you know who's opened your email. You've been being watched, right? So you're gonna look to see, she's like, oh my gosh, what am I into now? So you're gonna look on your list and say, oh my goodness, well, Sally clicked on host a party, or Sally clicked on the large utility tote special. I think I should probably contact her. Don't ever say, hey, I saw you read my newsletter, but you can kind of use it as an in to just, hey, what's going on? I haven't talked to you for a while. Just seeing if you're getting my newsletter. I know you have. And then you can kind of be creative. Emily, I'm going to put you on the spot. Okay? And you'll have to unmute yourself.
Oh, how do
okay. Do you use the email activity report, and how do you use it?
pretty much how you just described it. I think that it's just something that you need to be intentional about, and you'll notice you'll get it multiple times throughout the month. So sometimes the first people that show up aren't always the ones that you'll contact by the end of the month. Sometimes, as you get that report refresh, more people have contacted it. I usually try to contact them a different method besides email, because they've already gotten an email from you. So that's really my number one tip, is to try to think of, if the phone's not your thing, you don't think that they'll contact you through the phone, that's fine. You just want to make sure that you are using a method other than email. So because they've already received your newsletter through the email. So I think that part to keep in the back of your head. I know it's real easy because they provide the email right there for you. You can just click on it, and it's awfully tempting to do, but I would try to come up with a different way. Even if it's a Facebook contact or a texting, or you actually pick up the phone and actually call those people. And then you want to track that, because you don't want to be calling the same people every month. So I usually look at my top 5 from that month. Did you know that, like, when you go through the thing up at the top, there's like the little scroll bar, and you can actually click on previous months or weeks at the very top of the report. So you can even reference it that way and say, oh, well, these are the 5 people I would have contacted last month. I do think it's important to start setting a goal for that. So you can make a really small goal, like I'm going to do 5 every month and do it for 3 months in a row, and then double it and do 10. Make them personal, make them more like not so stalkerish, even though that's really what you're doing. But, just like, hey, I thought of you with the new special. Have you seen this new red plaid? This plaid has your name all over it. I think you would love it. And it even comes in blank and blank or whatever. Like, And then you can lead into, you know, if she just wants to order, you know, even if from those 5 phone calls you get 5 orders out of it, well, then you can get the hostess credit for doing your hard work and give yourself a little pat on the back and say, good job. So I would just encourage you to use them differently than an email and keep track of who you've contacted so that you're not bashing the same people over and over again. I have one girl, she opens it every month. She clicks on everything every month. And I'm like, I'm not even contacting you anymore. You never buy anything. You're not joining. I don't know what to do with you. So keep your eye out. Like as you start looking at your report regularly, you'll start to notice those kinds of trends too. Even though she probably would be great at this, like I'm like, stop clicking the buttons.
That's good. Well, so here's the deal. I just got a warning on my computer because apparently if you want to go for 10 minutes longer than I'm scheduled for, I have to pay $15.
Oh,
So,
well, no.
yeah, perfect, right? So we're going to break this up a little bit more. So,
Can I say one thing real fast?
yes.
Just before we go off subject, with Emily, what she's saying about like trying to have a system where you're not contacting the same people. If you don't know this and don't do this yet, under each customer in your back office, there's a notes section. So you can put in the notes, you know, like every time I look at that, I'll look first before I contact that person. Did I leave a note about the last time I talked to them? If I just said, reached out by email, which I shouldn't do, reach out by call or text or whatever it is that I reached out for, I make a note of that. And then if they reply on anything I've sent them, I make a note of that as well. So that it keeps me from the 700 and some customers in my back office that I'm not mixing up and repeating like that same kind of trying to make it personal, but it's still a generic message. I don't want to send that out like 2 times in a row and show them I'm not paying attention because I want them to feel like they're valued as one person, not one of 700 some. So use the notes section. It's a lifesaver for keeping track of your customers. Does everybody know what I mean by the notes? Are we good?
Elise will learn as she starts. She just literally joined last night. So.
Yay, welcome.
So that's awesome. I'm so glad you said that because I would not have remembered that part. So I think this is kind of a good place to stop because, well, I'm not paying $15 a month, but duly noted for next week. But we do have some time. I would say for this week, your homework is to do, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? So the homework is to work on your pranks list. What I want you to do, here's what I want you to do. I want you, because if you look at the handouts I put on the Marsley page and the Team Crease page, if you go through the handouts at the very back of it, yeah, Danielle's got it. So you'll see the, I don't have it with me, but there's the who do you know list. I want you guys to fill that out, okay? And Tammy's walking around. You're gonna fill that out. I want you to take a screenshot of it. Take a little picture, upload it, okay? That way we all know that you've done your work, okay? If you feel so bold to start cross-pollinating that list, I would love to see some of that going on, some spider webs drawn all over. Next week, we are gonna talk about kind of starting the actual conversation of like how, you know, how to book, what to ask, what if you're out in public, like all that fun stuff. We'll talk about that next week. If you feel so bold, if you want to give like 3 contacts through your email activity report or through your back office, let us know so we can celebrate you. I think that would be a great homework assignment as well. But we'll just let this last remaining, I don't even know how many, I have like 5 minutes and 33 seconds. So does anybody have any questions that they want to quickly ask? If not, if I just, the screen goes blank, you can ask it on the event page as well. So anybody have final remarks they want to say? Any tips for next week? Suggestions? Sorry, I had no idea about the time limit.
First off, this is really cool and I like it a lot. So thank you.
Oh, good. And I think as we get used to this style and my ADD is not crazy, it'll be more smoother. So, but as long as you guys like it, I think this is a neat way. So, good, good, good. Cool. Awesome. All right. Anybody else?
Take a screenshot before we all get off.
Ooh, I don't know how to do that. How do I?
Oh,
wait.
go to your.
Oh, I got it. I got it. Snipping tool. Hold on.
All right, everyone, smile.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Hold on. Save as. Crap.
That way, tell people, look what you missed out on.
Ooh, yeah.
And
Okay. Okay,
Don't-
everyone smile again and don't stop.
don't.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Much better. The last one was pretty bad. I'll just be honest with you. Hold on. Okay.
Other team members to join in and do, because there's going to be helpful little tips. Like if you got anything out of tonight, please comment on the team pages and be like, hey, this was helpful. You should join in when we do this again. Sue was so gracious to come up with this idea, and big props to her for pulling it together. My kids are sleeping out in the tent, and I told them I had to go put my pajamas on, and I was coming back, so I need to leave.
Thank you. Yay. So, okay, cool. Again, I apologize about the time thing, but next week we will be more efficient. So, and everybody's cool. So thank you guys so much for joining, and I hope you got something out of it. Get your homework done. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.